Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbyte. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be discovering another new band here on the channel. This has been suggested by quite a few people ever since I've done Bandmade, and so I'm guessing I'm getting more into sort of the Japanese sort of music scene, which is really cool. I don't know enough about it, to be honest, and obviously they must have some great bands because uh yeah, they just people obviously tour there all the time and stuff, and all these sort of bands like Bandmate have been coming out of there and stuff, and I've there's been some stuff that's come out over the years as well. I know uh the music scene there is kind of it's sort of in its own sort of world, I guess, and that's probably why I don't discover or haven't really discovered it too much. So this has been suggested by quite a few people over the last few months, or whatever, since Bandmade. And Lovebites is a band that I've never heard of. I don't know anything about them. I'm assuming they're from Japan as well. So thank you to Ralph Sims for making a suggestion to check out A Holy War. And I wasn't sure which one to go for, as far as like was it a music video or a live performance. I'm gonna guess a live performance, like with the other ones, with Bandmade and The Warning and stuff. So I picked the first one that popped up, which was live at Zepp Diver City, Tokyo in 2020. If this was in 2020, I'm guessing it was before the pandemic lockdown stuff happened. So kind of like January, February kind of stuff. Apparently this is from a DVD as well, so which obviously makes sense. Which I'm assuming a lot of these sort of live videos that I've been watching have been from an official release or something. But anyway, this is my first time checking out not only the song but the band. I don't, like I said, don't know anything about them. I don't know what sort of music they play. I'm assuming it's in the sort of rock or metal world. And so far I've been sort of impressed by what I've seen as far as the what has been suggested when I've been going down the sort of rabbit hole of The Warning and Bandmade. So I'm keen to check this out and see what they have to offer. So let's get into it. Lovebites, Holy War. Oh wow, okay. This is kind of more metal. Wow. Jeez. This is almost like thrashy sort of stuff. And they're all like dressed up in like the most they're going out somewhere. Again, like Bandmate, it's like, the yeah, almost looks like wedding dresses or something. Yeah, let me know in the comments what the theme is here with the Lovebites. Definitely getting a bit of a power metal vibe here as well. I guess I'm going to make a connection to Dragonfly. This would be it, not so much Bandmade. How long is the song? Okay, so it's 5 minutes. Well, those double kicks have been like relentless. Like I've said numerous times, the drums is something that I do look at first. First and foremost, it kind of is the thing that I get drawn into the most. And yeah, she's going absolutely nuts on the drums. Like those double kicks have just been almost non-stop throughout. Takes such a lot of energy and stamina to kind of do that, with your feet. I mean, I guess it's a lot of practice and stuff, but to consistently do that just throughout a song, like, it's just amazing how drummers can do that. Yeah, this was this was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting a full-on sort of metal thing, because I mean, Bandmate have metal aspects for sure, but I wouldn't necessarily call them like a sort of metal band all the way through. And this is only one song. This is only like the sort of early beginning of it. So maybe this is just one side of the band. I don't know. I'll find out. But so far this is like started out kind of thrashy. Now I kind of feel like it's more on the power metal side a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm getting from it. But yeah, I'm impressed so far. Like this is really I'm not really a big power metal guy. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of that genre. Like there's some bands that I don't mind listening to and stuff. But I think for a band like, say, for example, like a Dragon Force, I was sort of more impressed by their technicality and stuff more than the actual music itself. So there's different ways to appreciate music. I guess if you like the technical side, if you just like a good melody or whatever it is. Power metal definitely does have its own kind of sound. That kind of is derived from certain other genres like your thrash metal and stuff, and a bit of rock and stuff. But there's something about the energy and the speed that power metal tends to go into, at least for some bands anyway. And this band here, Lovebites, tends to go on the faster side of things, at least with this track anyway. So, but let's finish this off and see how this sort of ends up. I can only imagine the solos are going to be just nuts. What do they call that, like finger tapping or something when they do that on the fret? Oh, they finally slowed down. This is a cool bit. I like the riff. I like how she's just casually just playing like this. Oh, okay, so we got the dual guitar thing going on here. I think I actually know someone has a guitar, like the same guitar. There we go, there's the, what do they call it, like dual harmonies or whatever it is? Jesus, that's I wasn't expecting. Every time since the warning, and then all these other bands that I've discovered since then, like I've just been like surprised, blown away, or whatever you want to call that. Like every single time, like the suggestions that have been made for these bands, there's a reason why they're popular. I can see why they people have been getting into it, and like what's surprising is that why I haven't come across them earlier, or why they haven't really sort of I don't hear these names like that much in like the music news and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I've come across very often, if at all. Like I've never heard of this band before, and yet um like there are like to be fair, like the underground music scene, especially in the metal and rock genres, there's so much talent out there that is just undiscovered. Like there's just And what I've always sort of told people is like, just go out to your local music scene and see some of these bands because they're all doing it and they're just doing the hard yards and doing the hard slog and trying to sort of make a name for themselves. And it's a lot harder these days, because people don't go out to live music, at least in the local music scene, as much as they used to because there's so much distractions at home, with like your streaming sites and the internet and social media and things like that. Whereas back in the day, people used to go out to the pub and to your local music venues because they needed to get out of their house because there was nothing else to do, unless you're one of those sort of TV people or whatever, But so like, there's so much undiscovered music out there that has so much talent, and like, here's a band who obviously they're not a small band by any means. I mean, we're talking millions of views and stuff like that with this band. So they've obviously got a sizable audience and stuff. So it's just amazing how a band like this can kind of just go fly completely under the radar with people, and yet they have a huge audience, just right there. So it's really cool to sort of discover this, or better late than never, but at least I'm discovering it, So Love Bites is definitely a band that's taken me by surprise once again. There's definitely a strong power metal vibe here, though. I'm sure someone will comment saying no, they've got way more to it than this. We'll see. Wow. Wow, I feel tired just watching the drummer. um, she was just like on point, but like just non-stop all the way through. Like, it's nuts how a drummer can do that for over 5 minutes. It's crazy. Like, and then that's just the first like one song. Like, I mean, if there's if for part of a whole show, I mean, you're playing for what, an hour and a half or whatever. Like, it's crazy, So, kudos to any drummer out there that's playing with that kind of intensity for like for over an hour. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy thing to see. Yeah, that's another one I now have to go down the rabbit hole with. Your Love Bites. That was it was impressive. Like I said, like, I'm not a huge power metal fan, but I am impressed by just the intensity and speed and the precision that these musicians play at as well. I will say that the element of power metal that I do like is that sort of the thrashier side of things, which is obviously part of it is the speed. So I do like that side of that genre. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out more of their stuff. Love Bites is another one that I'm now noting down. I've got to write it down and check out. So comment below, do all that stuff. Send me suggestions on what I should check out. Should I do more live videos? Do I need to check out music videos? Can I do audio for this, or does it has to be a visual thing? Let me know, and yeah, I will definitely note it down and add to the list. And here's another one that I get to now discover. So it's really cool. Like, this is exactly the idea behind the channel, was for me, just and from a selfish sort of point of view. I just wanted to check out more new music because I just wasn't hearing anything that was sort of impressing me that much out there. Like, the mainstream these days, I just feel like is just so underwhelming that it's just like. But in saying that, though, the mainstream has always been kind of very average, though. Like, once I discovered like stuff from outside the mainstream, it's like that was it. There was no turning back, and it's just, there hasn't been that much difference, 20, 30 years later, whatever, So when you watch stuff on TV, or like just the MTV or whatever the thing is nowadays, that showcases the latest songs or latest bands, whatever, it's like none of it is really like just drawing me in. It's just like, there's all these bands, and I'm not going to mention any of them because maybe I'll check out some of their stuff for a reaction or something in the future, and maybe try to find a way to get into it or whatever. But there are certain bands who have kind of made a big name for themselves over the last few years, and the stuff that I heard was just like I didn't get it, you know what I mean? Nothing was really sort of impressing me at all. So I don't know about this particular song, if this is like one of their most well-known songs or the one that sort of got the band attention or whatever it is, you know. I don't know, but it's certainly a great one to start off with as far as like a new fan, you know. So yeah, thank you to who was it that's made the suggestion? Ralph Sims for making me check out Holy War from Lovebites. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for tuning in as always. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you want to see me do more Lovebites, please subscribe, and then you'll definitely get more Lovebites. So you'll get a notification and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next video.